welcome to Alongside Lauren. I'm Lauren and I'm so glad that we get to spend a little bit of time together this Sunday afternoon while I prepare some bits and pieces to make the coming week just that little bit easier. December is a little bit nuts in our household, as I'm sure it is in other people's as well, as we try and cram a whole bunch of last minute festivities and activities into work, into Christmassy things, into everything else, and in trying to be very merry and joyful while we are doing it. And one of the best ways that I know to set myself up for success when I'm doing that is to create delicious dishes that are chock full of veggies and other great bits and pieces, so that I know that no matter what happens during my day, that I have got something delicious that I'm able to easily heat up for dinner that night. For our breakfast this week, we have created, I decided to make like a zucchini slice, but I knew that I had some bagels that I had bought on clearance a really long time ago, languishing in the freezer, and that they were a little bit too old, hello darling,
Hello.
to be delicious as they were. So I made a zucchini slice, but kind of made like a zucchini slice, almost bread and butter pudding kind of style thing, but without the butter. So zucchini slice bagel bake.
I
maybe?
like it. Zucchini slice bagel bake. That actually sounds kind of pro.
Yeah. So other than
So
here is the zucchini slice bagel bake that I prepared earlier. Ooh, lucky it didn't slip out of the pan when I did that. So
is it nice and greased, the pan?
It was nice and greased, and it's kind of like come away from the sides as it's cooled down, which is fantastic.
That's convenient.
But there's like bits of bagel that have kind of gotten a little bit crispy on the top, and there's some cheese in there and bacon. And I've also prepared some sautéed mushroom that we're going to serve with this, along with some spinach, because I can't help myself. There always has to be a lot of vegetables in everything that we eat. And I have got cooking away in the oven some veggies for like a roast veggie ratatouille kind of thing that I'm going to make as a pasta salad for our lunches this week, because cold pasta is an excellent source of resistant starch, which is good for you, low glycemic stuff, blah 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 blah, and also trying to, I guess, compensate for the amount of fruit mince pies that I'm eating at the moment. I really love fruit mince pies. And we have got some really delicious tortellini to go with that, alongside some teff pasta, which is like a protein pasta from some fancy kind of grain called teff, which I have come across when I have made some fermented flatbreads from Ethiopia, and they're a really interesting grain. The main reason why I've used that is I was going to use some ravioli, and when we opened it, it was not for eating. It was excellent for binning. So, you know, we like to think on our feet, and so teff and ravioli it is. And, you know, who's actually going to, like, there's no lunch police. There'll probably be someone at my work that will be confused and will ask me about it, but that's fine. So, it was fun.
Yeah.
So, we've got for dinners, we're going to make a Greek stack, which is a little bit similar to like a Mexican stack, but instead of being Mexican, we've gone with like some Greek flavoring. So, cumin and coriander and some smoked paprika, along with a boatload of oregano. And instead of using like a kidney bean, I have used some chickpeas and chicken mince as well, because I bought some chicken mince on clearance a couple of weeks ago. Froze it, don't panic. And thought this would be a great thing to use it in. I don't tend to use chicken mince because I find the texture when it's raw is weird, and I don't enjoy the texture when it is cooked, but because it's in amongst other bits and pieces and there's other textures going on with this particular dish, I think I'll get away with it. And I've also got, this is just like, basically the last few weeks I've been trying to work through stuff that we have got in the freezer and pantry and fridge, rather than buying too much new stuff in the lead up to Christmas, and also making sure we've got space in the freezer with Christmassy bits and pieces. So I have got some pita breads that I bought on clearance, because of course.
What a surprise.
And so they were $3.60. I got them for $1.08. I normally like them better if I can get them for like 50 cents, but you know, I think I was just, Who knows? Who knows what I was feeling when I bought this back in September. So, oh, you know what? It is really hot, and there's a Christmas tree there. It's really hot, and there's a lot going on, and I think a cocktail is going to make life a little bit better.
Yes.
We normally like to come up with a bit of a themed cocktail for every Christmas. This year we are going to make one which is based on a orange blossom and rose water flavoured vodka called the Magi. Because I was kind of thinking something along those lines, like a little bit wise man and what have you. And it is delicious and amazing. I also got given like a wee gin bauble, which is very exciting. And so inspired by our Christmas cocktail, because our Christmas cocktail doesn't actually use gin, it uses vodka. And if I did both, then I would be not very good with a knife for the rest of the day. And so I'm going to cobble together something which is along the lines of the cocktail that we're doing for Christmas, but using gin instead of the vodka. So first, cocktail shaker.
All right.
That I'll need to get ice for.
I can get the ice.
Excellent.
You work on...
Do you want to take that?
I can bring that back with ice.
And I'm going to get a lime, because I'm feeling limey. Call limey. Apparently I have entered the bad rhyming stage of Christmas hysterics. Oh, but that lime is beautiful. And I've been in the process of making some, like a sort of aromatics extract, I guess.
Aromatics extract. So something you put in to make gin?
Yeah, well, something that I would use, I guess, as like a mixer to go with, to go with gin. So ordinarily, like I've done one which is quite heavy with grapefruit and what have you, so really like bittersy and beautiful. And this one is more fruit driven because I've used peelings and stuff that I have been keeping in the freezer, because that's a normal thing to do for our making pancake syrup.
Just to be clear, the peelings are from citrus.
Like citrus and apples
like potato
and stuff like
ones.
that. No, it's all from fruit, and it's all edible stuff, but it's just not stuff that you would necessarily choose to eat. Oh, beautiful botanicals in that. Ooh. I kind of want to keep the bottle, but I don't actually have a need for it.
Now, do you want me to juice this lime?
I would love you to juice that lime, my darling.
We'll juice my lime and
call me Heath. All right. So that's two standard drinks. So that's 60 mils of gin into the ice. So this is like it does look a little bit boil, toil and trouble. So there's bay leaves and juniper berries and allspice berries and pepper in there, along with citrus peelings and apple cores and some mango as well. And there's also a bit of cinnamon, and I think I popped some cloves in there too.
Very
with
cool.
some sugar and water, so that's kind of just been steeping. And I'll add a little bit more water in before I warm it through again. And bottle it up, and that will be part of what we'll use for our Christmas cocktails, the Magi.
Very cool.
I'm just trying to get like the least amount of inclusions as I can, which is proving difficult. Cool. So there should be a quarter of a cup of bits in that. Ooh, back in the fridge. And that will get turned into something awesome.
All right, I've got a lime here that is juiced.
Amazing.
So we've got the full juice of a whole lime.
Amazing.
I like things pretty zingy, and
Yeah,
I think you too.
I do too. So when we make
yeah.
this for family, don't worry, family. Not quite so much lime juice in yours. I actually think, well, I'm using orange juice in yours anyway, so you'll like it. And now we shake for quite a long time.
Very good.
Do you want to open the bubbly?
Yes, I do.
Smells so good.
Alrighty.
Right. 2 wine glasses.
I'm just checking what's above me as I remove the metal wire. And 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Sorry about the noise there, everybody. All right. I do like that it just takes a little shake and you can just keep on pouring it, it would seem.
Yeah,
That just seems to
apparently
happen
there's-
with
it's the
cocktails.
never-ending cocktail.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Amazing. And if you want to top that up,
I can do that. All right.
I'm just gonna pop these into the stuff because I can. Oh, there we go.
That's a good idea. Why not?
Completely untested this too, by the way. Could be good, could be terrible. Who knows?
I've got reasonable confidence in it, hey.
Yeah.
All right, there's yours.
Thank you, my love.
I'll top mine a little tiny bit more.
Oh, it smells good.
Smells good. The handy thing about having a sparkling wine as sort of your base, it self-mixes.
Yeah.
Cheers. That's fantastic. Ah, very good. And just the right amount of sourness for my taste.
Yeah.
Really like that.
That's really good.
Good job. Well done. Very
Amazing.
refreshing.
Right, do you want to put that treasure on the sparkling?
I can do that.
Okay, now, when it comes time to the stuck portion of today's
Yes.
festivities.
Yes.
So, I can never remember, but I do think I put a little bit of the mix down first.
Oh, really?
I can't remember. Do I? Don't I?
No, I
No.
don't think you do. But if you've got too much mix, then I understand.
No, I don't think I do have too much
Okay.
mix. These are a little bit smaller than what we would normally use, but I don't actually think anyone's going to go hungry this week. I am concerned I might need to move an oven rack out of the way though.
Yeah, it's going to get some height.
The other option is I can do like, oh, what if I do like a tray with 3 and a tray with 3? And then we have like half one night of one lot of 3 and then the other half the next night.
Oh, yeah, there's some logic behind that.
Well, I don't think
I
I
like it.
explained it very well, but you
No,
did
no.
well to follow the bouncing ball.
No, I'm with you. There is something fun about getting huge height, but I think it might be sensible to do it in 2 stacks this time round.
Okay, I might just need to make sure.
So I'm not sure if we've told anybody this, but we were planning to do the half marathon next year.
Oh, yes. Now, I'm like, what are you about to tell everyone?
I'll let you continue.
And so, like, this is news to everyone, including me. No. So as he said, we were planning to do the Gold Coast Half Marathon. And then Heath reminded me that the registrations had opened the day before. And so I went online to get us booked in.
The day after.
The day after.
Yes, the day after.
And it had already sold
the half marathon
out.
had sold out.
The half marathon had sold out.
And that's not the end of the story.
No.
Because that wouldn't be really much of a story.
Foolishly, stupidly, some may say, ill-advisedly, we have signed ourselves up to do the full. So get ready to hear me complain a lot.
Yes, so we have, well, not officially started training, but we will be starting to train probably in the new year for our first full marathon, which is exciting and a bit scary, but certainly exciting. So, yes. Yeah, that's the plan.
It is exciting. We've got a bit of...
We've got a sneaky fly.
That's all right.
Yep.
That's just part and parcel of
living on the Gold Coast.
living on the Gold... Well, in Australia, probably.
All
right. And so we'll continue to...
Ooh, sorry if I took yours, but they're pretty even at the time. Nice. At some point, you'll have to tell me what we've got here.
Yeah. So I've got some cheese that I grated, but I've also added in some garlic, some spring onion, and some oregano. Oh, with parsley too.
Yeah, right. And the cheese, I guess you just blitzed it?
Yeah, just blitzed it.
Yep. And you're just going to sprinkle it on top?
Yeah. So it is like slightly less cheese. Well, I guess I've got a greater expanse of cheese that or like a greater surface area that I need to cover with the same amount of cheese, but I think I'll live. Okay, that looks fairly even in terms of height.
Oh, yeah? They look great. So if you haven't had a Mexican stack before, can highly recommend them. I hadn't had one before meeting your family, actually.
Yeah. I know it's not the classiest of dishes, but it's really tasty. And it's a great way to do something which is a little bit like enchiladas or burritos or something like that, but just like a lot less mucking around. Now there's a little bit more liquidy than what I should have reduced it a bit more. That's all right. And so now I'll kind of halve my cheesy mix.
What were we saying earlier today? You got stuff out of the freezer and you put cheese on it.
Yes, that's kind of been how my meal planning is going at the moment.
I think it is brilliant.
I found like a very small portion of leftover massaman curry in the freezer. We had a like sort of bacon and mushroom pizza, and then I made a massaman curry pizza.
I thought it was
lunches
amazing. Yep.
Today. It was delicious.
It was.
It was definitely.
It was so good.
A little bit on the unusual side, shall we say? look great actually.
They really do.
I think that before I put those in, I will just take out the
Ooh. That's looking delicious.
yeah, so that's the kind of oven baked ratatouille that's going to go with the pasta salad.
Very
We
good.
pop this stack in. And the other stack in. And that will
Perfect.
cook for half an hour. I've got it on just 180, which will be perfect. And I'll very quickly figure out where I put my spoon
Ooh.
and just give that a bit of a mix. So we've got tomato, zucchini, red and green capsicum, cauliflower, some beautiful herbs, some oregano and rosemary, along with cauliflower
Can smell all of the herbs. Smells great.
and those extra chickpeas.
Extra what? Chili?
Extra chickpeas,
Chickpeas, ah.
because I cooked a lot of chickpeas.
That's
And-
unlike you, hun.
Shh. Actually used up my very large amount of chickpeas, which feels like a miracle.
And your pasta block?
Yeah, I should have added olive oil.
Oh, this is fantastic. It'll be very filling.
Yeah, and because we can, I mean, if you want to heat it up, you can, but it's designed to be able to eat it cold. So it will be super tasty. And we'll have it with some bit of extra spinach, because I can't help myself. Give that a good mix. And that little bit of liquid, which is still in the oven tray, will just get soaked up by that pasta. And it's just going to be really like one of those things that taste really good that you look forward to, but it's also doing you good too. Which, you know, when there are some additional excesses of the season at this time of year, it's so good to have something that you know is nutritious to kind of fall back on a little bit. I'm gonna try not to stir everything onto the bench and let that sit. And while Heath and I continue to get bits and pieces prepared, which for us this afternoon is a lot of gift wrapping and writing in cards,
Cheers to that.
I hope that you also have had an opportunity to get a few bits and pieces prepared so that you are also able to head into this festive week feeling a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more in control, and ready to face whatever this week has in store. And we can't wait to do it all again on Alongside Lauren.